ride that we took this season. I've already told you guys in some of the practices that we had at the end of the practices that by far I did not see this season going the way it did. You know, the season before we kind of had a roller coaster ride. We started good, we dropped to the bottom, and then we rose right to the top and ended that season really, really good. This season, we shot to the top and nobody could knock us down. Not one team, I'm sorry. Not one team could knock us down. That last game was a tester, but obviously it wasn't that much of a test. Because first set, 25-15. Second set, 25-13. That's the most any team has taken us that high. You guys did great all season. It was just an amazing season. So I'm going to do something different today than I've done in prior seasons. And the first person I'm going to call up is the MVP of the season, right off the bat. Now, it was a hard decision because there was 3 players that were up in the running for it. And it was a hard decision. I got with the coaches. I even got with some of the parents to see who they thought was the MVP. And every time I talked to somebody different, this one name came up. Melissa. Yeah.
Right.
Don't cry.
Good job, Melissa.
This is her second consecutive MVP from our last season. She got it. This is her second season. And she did. She did. I think I kind of knew, but like I said, there was 2 other players in the running, and I'll get to those players here in a minute. But it wasn't that easy like it was the season before for you to get this one.
Yeah.
But you did great. I'm not taking anything away from you. It's just those other 2 players, they also played great. And they boosted this team up to a higher level that I really didn't think. I mean, I knew we could get there. Everybody saw the potential, all the parents, everybody. But those 2 players also helped us get where we are right now, and hopefully we can keep it going. Now, 3 of you players, including you, are on the next. You know, you guys are up to bigger and better things, right? That being said, you guys are going to do just fine. You guys are going to be great. But you had a great season. Every time I saw you play, I was like, wow, man, she's not missing a beat. You know, from last season continuing on to this season, she was doing her thing. She never stopped. How she left off last season, but you did get better. Everybody on this team got better, but she outshined everybody, obviously. Congratulations. All right. Now the next player that I want to talk about, this person also was up in the running. That's why I'm doing them right back to back. This other person was up in the running. Brooklyn. You also did great this season. Those last maybe 3 or 4 games, you really turned it on. And you were one of the reasons why it was so hard for Melissa to get that plaque that she got right now. Because you were snatching it away. You were trying to pull it from her. You were trying to pull it from her. Because you did great. I mean, everybody knows this is my daughter, you know. So I didn't want to be so like, hey, my daughter, we're gonna make her MVP. You know? No, that's not the way I work. You know what I mean? I have to hear it from everybody else. And Melissa got it, but you were right there. You were pulling it away. So keep doing what you're doing. You had a great season. Them overhands, she didn't have that last season. Them overhands were going in like rockets.
Yeah.
You were doing your thing. Your movement to the ball was great. Everything you did was great. And you and Melissa are gonna have a fun time next season in that other age group. Congratulations, Brooke.
Good job, Brooke. I'm recording.
Now this other player that I didn't see coming and tugging away at your plaque right there. And she turned it on the last 5 games, almost one more game than you. And she was tugging away at that plaque that you have. Bianca. Now we all know her overhands. I think her and her sister are probably killing everybody with these overhands. Denise over there, just murdering teams, and she started right off the bat last season. But we all knew that your overhands were great. This season, you got
Bianca.
your footwork down. This season, you were stopping teams. Everybody was, but these three players were the main focus of it. You guys were really stopping everybody. You were doing your thing. You were stopping a lot of teams from doing what they wanted to do because they were like, hey, let's go for that girl. She doesn't look like she can play. Oh, she can. My bad. You did. You did. You had a great season. I wish you were going on the next team, but we'll talk about that later on.
We'll talk about
Congratulations,
next season.
Bianca.
Good job, Bianca.
Now this other player, and I got to bring this other player up. She probably could have been tugging away at that, but I don't think I saw that. What I saw was a girl that I got from the very first season from Coach Craig's team, and then as she came to my team, I was like, wow, man, I mean, she's got so much potential. She can do so great. Just wasn't really. Is that my phone? Hang it up. Anyways, I was like, I see a lot of potential in her. She's got a lot going on, but she hasn't figured it out yet. She hasn't figured it out. She's listening to me. She's focused on the words that I'm saying, but she can't get it yet. She's not getting it. This season, she got it. She got everything I was telling her. Her movement was great. The serves were great. The ball stopping was great. And the player I'm talking about is Devin.
Woo!
Now she dramatically improved. That's why I had to address that right away after our last game, because I didn't see that one coming as fast as it did. And when I say that, I mean it started so slow that first season and just started on fire that second season. And you three players are on that next level. And I know I'm going to be just fine with you three players helping out those other girls. I got a good team from this team coming up to help that team out. But Devin, you did great. You were the most improved. I had to say that right off the bat because I was not expecting.
But the floor's cold. Put them on for now.
You were a big part of our success this season, and I want to thank you for that. And I do love you for that. And I can't wait for this next season. Congratulations, Devin.
Good job.
She's like, nope, I don't want to talk about my daughter. Anyways, Simone, come on.
Good job, Simone.
Now, Simone also did great this season, too. Don't think just because those players were ahead of you and they were tugging away at you could have been, too. There were some games you were sleeping on a little bit, you know what I mean? You know that. But she also did great. She also did really great. And there was a play that I talked about. I think I talked about it with her dad. And, you know, he was actually there, so I'm surprised he actually missed it.
Missed the play.
And everybody was like, oh, my God, she just dove for that ball. You know, and we've had other girls dive for that, but not the way you dove for that one. You dove for that one, and you popped it up, and I was standing there like, whoa, did everybody? Then I looked over, and I seen your dad, and I didn't know he was there. I was like, Quentin, did you see that? And he's like, see what? You didn't see it. She made a great play, and I'm talking about that play, but there was more plays that you made other than that. Your serves were great, but that one play showed me what you're capable of. You can do that all the time. You just got to be focused, okay? Just because I tell you, your mom/coach tells you, Maria tells you, you got to be on it, and you'll be just fine. Last season that we played, I think I told you before. I'm not sure which one I told, but you and Zariah were getting close to tugging that plaque away from Melissa too. You guys turned it on the last 3 or 4 games. Really turned it on. And you did really great. I'm not saying that you didn't do great this season. You really did. But that season, I was more impressed with you than this one coming here. And I'm not taking anything away from you, but I was really impressed with what you were coming on. Let's get that back. Can you do that this season? High five. That's what I want to hear. Good job. Congratulations.
Good job, guys.
Emily. Now, Emily's really new. Everybody knows that. She came on as a free agent. That's what we call them, free agents. We didn't know we were going to get her, but we got her. And I talked to Victor before, and he was a little skeptical about a couple of things. And I told him, I said, you know what, Emily's just going to be just fine. I said, everybody that started on the Volleybombers didn't start off where they're at right now. And I told you that you came on a great team for you to learn and for you to. I mean, the ride you took your very first season doesn't everybody wish they took that ride with everybody?
Yeah.
I mean, your very first season, You were undefeated. How many people could say that? Hey, I had my first season ever to play on this team, and I'm undefeated. Well, she didn't say her team was undefeated. She said, I'm undefeated. Did you see that? She did! But you improved really, really good. And I told your dad, just, calm down. She's going to be just fine. And I missed the last practice because I was a little busy with the other girls. But I was told by other parents that you had the best practice, this last practice, than anybody else. That's saying a lot. That means you're getting everything we're teaching you. You're going to be just fine. And I can't wait for this next season that you're going to bring to us. Okay? Congratulations, Emily. Diana. Another really, really good player. You were actually on a block from your parents to go to the next level, to step up with Melissa. I was trying to get there.
Bianca, shut up.
And Devin. But yeah, I'm not sure if they decided that yet, but you are ready. You're pretty good and ready. It's up to them to what you're going to do. But you also had a really good season. I think every time we played a team and they seen her go as far back as she does to go serve, they were like, oh, everybody back up. Everybody back up. And that's, if you didn't see it, I know everybody else saw it. You're serving from the far back against everybody. And I'm not just saying that's your pet peeve right there. That's your greatest aspect. You move really, really well. You can move a little bit better. I think I told your dad that. You stop the ball really, really well. And the sets are coming. Them sets are coming. You just got to get there. Diana had a really good season also. I was really impressed with a lot of things that she did this season that she didn't do the season before. When I first got her, it was everybody knows what I'm talking about. Just like, hey, there's the ball. Oh, was I supposed to get that? I was supposed to. That was one of the problems. You ain't doing that no more. Now you're getting to the ball, and that's what we need. So whether you're on the next team or this team moving on with us, you got to get that movement, okay? You're going to be just fine. Congratulations, Diana.
Yeah, Diana.
Michaela. She ought to be the last one. I don't even know what to say after the last one. I'm not going to embarrass you, I swear. The last time I brought up something that was a little retarded. I didn't know it was going to hurt her feelings, and I'm sorry about that, so I'm going to be careful with my words. Michaela did really, really great this season, and I was a little worried because your parents have been busy these last couple of weeks and you haven't showed up to practice. I was a little worried that you weren't going to be a part of this team because you dramatically improved too from the season before. I mean, when I hear your parents, when you make a play, I'm like, man, well, my parents never cheered that loud when I made a play. I could hear them, all the way from the other side. I'm like, wow, there you go. And she did really, really good this season. Her ball movement is really, really well. Your serves are really, really good. I mean, it almost sounds the same as I'm talking about everybody else, but that's how great this team really got this season, is that everybody had it. Everybody did what they had to do, the same move. Well, we teach that, right? They're supposed to get it. But it didn't happen that very first season with everybody. Till the end. We had those last 4 games, and then everybody started getting it. You were a big part of this success, and I do thank you for that, because, man, it was an unbelievable season. And like I said, I didn't think this was coming. To sit here and say my 7 and 9 age group was undefeated is still unreal to me. It really, I did not see that coming by far, and I know I've repeated that over and over again, but it's almost hard to believe. So let me see this trophy. It says undefeated, so I believe it now. It says undefeated, so I know we were undefeated, and that's what sucks about this age group, is that they didn't get a chance to prove that they were the #1 team like they do to the 10 to 12 or 13 to 15 and have that playoff run. And I talked to one of the administrators at NYS, and I'm sorry to go off the subject, but they're just afraid that it's going to tear down this age group, like if they lose, and they're like, oh, I'm a loser, and I didn't win the championship with everybody. So that's what they're afraid of. And I told them, no, man, but I was talking about my team. My team's undefeated, bro. So,
let us have a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let us get a playoff. Let's
Give us a medal.
Oh, by the way, I do got to bring this up. Sorry to go off the subject again, but we did practice a team at the park that was a 10 to 12 age group, and we beat them.
Won them.
We beat them. So that says a lot about this team we had together that's a little broken up right now, but we're going to be just fine. And Michaela was a big part of that, and I want to thank you for everything that you've done for this team. Keep your mind on this family, because this is a family, and I treat it that way. I don't just say it, I am about it. Every team that I coach, that's the way I was coached, is to treat it as your family. Because you don't just, when you fight with family, it's a lot different, ain't it? It's a lot different than fighting with a friend or somebody that you don't know. When you're with family, you want to win every single time. You don't want to let your family down. So I say that to everybody every single time, and that's how I choose to coach my teams. To treat each other as sisters, as brothers, as uncles, as aunts, whatever. But we are a family. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, orange, blue. It doesn't matter what color you are. We are family. We are still bleed red, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
We're family. So Michaela was a big part to do with that, and I love you for it. Congratulations.
Yeah, Michaela.
I got her hair. Now, that being said, you guys come in. Yes, we are. Matter of fact, why don't your parents come in too? Yep. We're going to do it loud and proud, and we're going to go Volleybombers on 3 and family. So every neighbor over here can get pissed off at me tomorrow. Like, oh, what kind of family are they? Got a cheer family? We're going to do it loud and proud, okay? Volleybombers on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, Volleybombers! Family on me, family on 3. 1, 2, 3, family! Congratulations, ladies.